Hey, it's Angie. I'm here with George Lang, Assistant Entertainment Editor of The Oklahoman. Definitely a pro in your field. Now tell me, you know, obviously the Academy Award nominees were announced this morning.
That's right.
I was so excited watching it on the TV this morning. Tell me about some big winners that obviously one of my favorites, Johnny Depp.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Johnny Depp is nominated for Best Actor, which a lot of people weren't expecting. You know, I mean, the Academy can be kind of funny that way. They might not nominate somebody who is in either a comedy, which Sweeney Todd's sort of a dark comedy, or musicals. You know, they don't see that as serious enough to warrant Oscar contention. But yes, he ended up in there, and I mean he's surrounded by a lot of formidable competition, like Tommy Lee Jones, people like that. But Sweeney Todd has been really well received. Who knows? He might be able to pull it out. I mean, this was a great year for movies. So many great movies coming out. Juno was fantastic. It's been nominated for Best Picture. No Country for Old Men, my personal favorite for last year, is in contention this year as well. There's a lot to look forward to. It's going to be quite a night if it happens.
Right.
We'll see what happens. We'll talk about that soon.
Yeah, definitely. Now, anybody who was left out, any big surprises on people who weren't nominated?
Yeah, there in a couple of instances. I mean, Angelina Jolie. Angelina did an amazing job in a film called A Mighty Heart, where she was playing the wife of a murdered Wall Street Journal reporter. She did this amazing performance in Michael Winterbottom's film, and a lot of people were saying at the time when it came out, okay, this is a great performance. It could put her in contention. She didn't get it. I was kind of surprised. The other one that really surprised me was Josh Brolin, who is in No Country for Old Men. I mean, he had an amazing year this year. He was also in American Gangster. He was in Grindhouse, two films that I loved, both of them, as well as No Country for Old Men. But he didn't get it this time. So those were a couple of major surprises.
Now with films, Atonement was nominated, which was fabulous.
Yes.
I loved that film.
Incredible movie.
Yeah. So tell me about some of the films that you think were either big surprises who were nominated or who weren't.
Well, I think that Juno is of course it's kind of the dark horse this time. I mean, people who have seen it, they love it, and it's doing very well at the box office too. And its star Ellen Page has been nominated for Best Actress. Another one that people are talking about is There Will Be Blood. This is Paul Thomas Anderson's film starring Daniel Day-Lewis as an oil prospector in California back in the early days of the 20th century. And he gives one of these electrifying, just magnificent, unbelievable performances in this movie. A lot of people love it. That has a real possibility too. However, I'm saying No Country for Old Men. It's the year for this. It was Joel and Ethan Coen, the guys who directed Fargo and Raising Arizona. A lot of different quirky films. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou is another one. But this, a lot of people are saying this is a return to form. This is possibly the best movie they've ever made.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, what we're all concerned about is the strike.
That's right.
Canceled the Golden Globe show. Ended up just being a press conference. So we're hoping it won't interfere.
A lot of people were not very optimistic back then. But this morning, I talked to Bob Burney. He's from Oklahoma City, and he's now the president of Picture House. And he told me that right now, with the nominations in place and the fact that the Directors Guild actually reached a tentative agreement with film producers last week, on their new contract, that he thinks it's going to happen. And who knows? It could end up not happening, and they have to do a press conference, or they have to do a show with just a bunch of film clips, something like that. But Bob, when I talked to him, he's really positive. So I'm hoping that something happens.
I know, we all are. We'll see. Well, thank you so much, George, and stay tuned. We will keep you updated on whether the Academy Awards do happen.
Right.
George, thank you so much.
Thank you, Angie.